Hi, this is BB, and I'm making this video tonight for, I think I said it before, and I'm saying it again. Once you realize that you're being hacked, something inside of you will start to feel leery and wary, and just, you'll start to feel like almost like your devices become unclean. They become something that's just, you can't stand to be around it. I mean, nobody likes to know that a bunch of people they don't know that are just watching them through their video, through the cameras or whatever, and just without permission, just using, just watching them in their house. Your house is supposed to be your castle. Your house is supposed to be that one place where you can come home and feel safe. And then these people who are hacking will take that away from you, because they're there uninvited in your house, watching you. Lord knows what they're watching. And that makes you feel really, almost the way how I felt was like I was violated. I even said it out loud. I feel like dirty. I feel like I know what a rape victim would feel like. No offense to people who have been assaulted, but this is how I felt. I felt dirty, like something was wrong. And your first instinct will be to throw those things out, those devices out. I would advise you not to, because mostly that's what they want you to do. Usually when that happens is because there's something on there they want you to get rid of. There's something on there they want you to get rid of. They've got probably logins on there. There's something on there that they need you to get rid of. My advice is don't. Just take out the battery. Disconnect the service if you have to. Take out the battery. There's nothing they can do. And make sure you hang on to those devices. Make sure you hang on to the devices. Make sure you keep them. Make sure you keep them, and you can access whatever is on the phone itself, like text messages, photos, files, whatever you have on the phone. It's just like, I think it would be best if you guys just kept them. Speaking from my own experience, that's my advice, is to keep the devices. Keep the old computer. The people who are hacking me, I don't know what particular devices they're using or what programs they're using. I don't know if one of them is in law enforcement. I have no idea. Because they seem to use law enforcement a lot. I don't know. I mean, their impersonation of law enforcement officials, well, it's just like changing your clothes. It just goes, it's just a daily thing for them. They will impersonate or claim to be, I guess, law enforcement officials at the drop of a hat. They don't really care. So, in my situation, I was caught in what's called a sting or a con. But I think it was not your average sting or con. I think it has to do with my inheritances, like those stamps I mentioned before. They're missing, and there were other things that in the area that I think are missing. And I don't know if I have an inheritance from my dad, which partially I worked for too. I don't know if that has been interfered with. So with that being said, because I can't think of anything else that these people would want. Why would they seek to... It's either that, or they have done a lot of wrong things. They've committed a lot of crimes, and they've been using me like the fall guy, the patsy. And maybe they've gotten, they've hit that aha moment enough. They've got enough now. They don't have to worry about money for the rest of their lives. So, but they also want to make sure that they're spending their money and enjoying the rest of their life in peace, without waiting for that literal knock on the door, police. They don't want that to happen either. See, they're These are people who will do crimes, but they don't want to do the time. So in order for them to feel safe, they have to make sure somebody else goes down and the law enforcement is satisfied. Well, he or she was responsible for ABC. So they feel a sense of relief. They're relieved now. They're relieved now. They can rest. They can relax. They can have a life of ease with the comfort of stolen money. Because this is what they've been fighting very hard for. Ease. To have ease in their life. So with the crimes still unsolved, and the potential is there that some little thing will point in their direction, it's not going to work for them. They need to tie up what is called, I guess, loose ends. And I guess I'm a big fat loose end. I'm a big fat loose end. They must have been tacking stuff on me for a long time, and I'm going along my little way, la-di-da, oompa loompa, not knowing shit, as most of us probably do. So I don't know. It might be even a combination of both. If they've taken the stamps, they've probably tapped into my inheritance from my dad, and they just deciding to frame me for the rest of. I mean, that's one. They've done that, but let's say that they took those stamps years ago and they're worth a lot of money. Why would they do that now? Unless they were keeping tabs on me, and this proverbial knock or literal knock is starting to come on their door, and they don't want it. I guess, I don't know. I mean, why else, if they stole it years ago, why now would they do this to me? It doesn't make sense. They should have just been gone with their life of ease and comfort. But here we are. Here we are. So what happened? I don't know. Something happened to now. Something happened last year to turn everything in an upside down for me, which means somebody had to shake the boat or rock the boat a little in their conglomerate, I call it, their Fortune 500 company. So I'm not sure what happened, but I believe it's a combination of both. It's the theft of the stamps. It's the theft of, they may have been dipping into my inheritance from my dad, maybe. Or maybe, I don't know what else they could possibly have done to me. What is this thing called live streaming? That's what I'm wondering also, how many people out there that they're probably doing this to. I don't know. Because I look on YouTube, on Facebook, and I see all of these things. But those are people who actually volunteer to sit down in front of a camera and perform or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they would do that to somebody in their home without people reporting it. Well, this person obviously don't know what's going on. This doesn't seem right. So I don't know. But anyway, I don't know what's going on, but what's gonna happen is gonna make you think. They'll come at you, bam, 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 and it'll make you think and wonder. Well, what could the fuck could this be? And then you'll start doing research like me, and then you might come up with some things. Be careful what you say, what you think out loud. Because if they're recording you, it'll make it look like if you're planning something or plotting something. So they'll push you in a certain direction if they're hacking by putting stuff in your news feed, and when you see it, you say something out loud. Be careful what you say, because what you say is being recorded, and it'll take it like you've been involved in some kind of crime. Now remember, they're hacking, and they could see like a crime that's being committed 2 streets over, and they're pushing you in a certain direction. You're seeing something vaguely familiar or similar to something that might be going on there or might have went on there, and you're talking about it here, like if it's happening, you could be, because I talk to myself a lot. What does that sound like to law enforcement? Like I'm actually seeing what happened there. So mine are very, very crafty. They're tricky people. They're tricky, and yes, somebody said they have been casing me and scoping me out for a while. They've been studying me, the way how I talk to myself, the way what I say, how I say it, what topics, how I think. They've been scoping me out for a while, and then last year they executed their plan. They executed their plan last year. I think it was to get me to say certain things, because they've probably been extensively hacking people. Now, over the course of the last year, certain things showing up in my news feed. I got this voice, which I can't go tell police I'm hearing a voice. They're gonna believe that, first of all, and it make me sound like I'm crazy. The hacking, though, is very real. The hacking is very real. I don't have to explain that. I can just show them. So, but I talk to myself, because I'm my best pep talk. I don't depend on anyone else. I depend on me to perk me up, to pep me up, to get me going. So I've learned how to do that, because nobody else can do that for me in my situation like I can. So I do that. And they learn how to do that, and then they see that I talk to myself, make me say certain things, and they have a series of things now. Let's say they hacked 5 different places and they committed 5 different crimes. Now I'm seeing stuff in my news feed, or got the voice, forget the voice, because the voice has a big part of this. And I'm talking about 5 different things related to these 5 different crimes. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to say, well, this sounds, she's talking about all 5 of them. How the hell is she not involved in this? How the hell is she not behind it? How the hell did she not see these things? She's got to be hacking. I mean, I'm looking at this from how law enforcement would look at it. This is what they'll do. The problem, they have to go with the hacking. I'll tell you why. I don't drive. I have a fear of driving, and I'm a homebody. When I say homebody, I am a homebody. I'm a homebody. This is the reason why I chose to work from home. I like the sanctity of my house. So, I'm not a hoarder or anything. I'm just a homebody. So, in order for them to pin these crimes on me, what do they have to do? I can't sit down here and be committing a crime 2 blocks away. Hence the gang stalking. Hence the hacking. They purposely chose this to get me, to make me look guilty. I'm aware of that. They purposely chose these 2 modalities to make me look like, well, this is the only way she could have committed these crimes. Hacking and getting people to commit them for her. I got their number, though. I'm not afraid somehow, because I don't have money to back that up. What am I doing with it? Where am I, first of all, getting the money to pay these gang stalkers? And what am I doing with the money, whatever they're stealing or whatever crime they're committing? Where am I putting the money? Because I don't have any. Am I doing it because I'm a psychopath? Psychopath, yes. But psychopath is not going to pay the gang stalkers, are they? No, they want cash. I'm sure they're not doing it because of my face or my pretty face or my beautiful body. They're not doing it just, because they love up on me. No, they want money. I don't have any. So this is where there's going to be a disconnect. This is where they're gonna be a disconnect. So whatever they choose to do, I'm waiting for them. The problem is they're messing my livelihood up, and that's a problem. They're interfering with my livelihood, and that's the one part that it's just crippling me at the knees. They're messing with my livelihood. Nobody should do that to another human being. I don't care what else you're doing, you just don't do that to someone. You just don't. You don't stoop that low. You just don't do it. You just don't take away the bread out of their mouths. You just don't do it. You can steal, but you just don't you don't take out bread from someone's mouth. You don't do it. That's low and despicable even for them. You don't do that. But anyway, getting back to what I said before about these devices, if you find you're being hacked, don't throw them out. Get new ones if you have to. Put these ones out of commission. But don't throw them out. Take out the battery from the phones. If you don't know how, ask somebody to help you take out the battery. Because you're going to need whatever information are on those devices, you're going to need them at some point. So don't throw them out. Put them in a shoebox somewhere, but don't throw them out. That's my advice to you. Trust me, don't throw them out. So, peace and stay safe, and be there for yourself or someone else if you can.